and match commentator Jerry McNee.
Welcome everyone to Marseille. Absolute bedlam here in the Velodrome, a crowd in excess of 40,000 as we look here at the Rangers lineup, and very much along expected lines. Ian Durant coming back into the fray tonight, and the Dutchman Peter Houstra also involved. So Rangers with three changes from the first game at Ibrox, bringing in Ferguson, Houstra and Durant for Murray, Mikhailichenko and Hateley. So the teams emerging from the tunnel, and there's the Marseille lineup. Just one change from the side which drew 2-2 at Ibrox. In comes Ende for Cassonnet, and again Marseille will switch their tactics slightly tonight, probably play without a sweeper, and Ende coming in to the side. Of course, Boksic, the Croatian striker, and Voller will pose a huge threat to Rangers. So the team's coming onto the field, and it really is a marvellous atmosphere. A lovely warm night here in Marseille, and what a contrast to a few weeks ago in the sub-zero temperatures of Bruges. Well, Marseille have this marvellous record here at the Velodrome. They've won the last 14 home ties in Europe, all the way back to 1988. In fact, they've lost just twice at home in 27 European ties. They've scored in every game this season in Europe, and they haven't lost a goal yet at home. So the Champions League anthem is played, and Gordon McQueen alongside me. What an atmosphere.
This is absolutely incredible.
Good evening everybody from Marseille.
Absolutely fabulous atmosphere.
Supercharged atmosphere here in the Velodrome tonight.
The last 14
a
games
sellout crowd, a capacity of 46,000.
Ellen Road was regarded as something as a fortress, and of course Rangers went down there and come back with the points. And they're going to have to produce a performance, certainly a defensive performance similar to the one they produced at Ellen Road, and I'm quite sure Andy Goram's going to have to be at his international class best to try and keep a clean sheet here tonight.
So both of these clubs going for 5 domestic championships in a row, which gives you an idea of the pedigree of both clubs. Rangers founded in 1873, Marseille in 1898. Marseille's history is a more recent one in European terms. They'd never been beyond the second round in Europe before 1988 and the emergence of Bernard Tapie. So there's the Marseille formation. Tonight is Rangers' 160th European tie, including 2 Super Cup ties, and it's Rangers' 66th in the Champions Cup. The record so far, they've won 32, they've lost 23 and drawn 10. And Rangers also have an impressive record, unbeaten in 8 games this season. They defeated Lyngby home and away. As you heard Gordon say, they defeated Leeds at Ibrox and at Ellen Road. And in the Champions League, they've done extremely well. That was a picture there of Abdi Pele, who has been named African Footballer of the Year for the 2nd year running, the first player to achieve such a feat. But the atmosphere has been quite incredible all day. There's the match referee, Mario van der Ende of Holland, 37 years of age, a school teacher. And he sent Richard Goff off in the match in Switzerland earlier this season. He's a strict referee. He also refereed Rangers when they played Sparta Prague a couple of years ago at Ibrox, when they went out that night on away goals. He certainly stands for no nonsense, and they gave Bergame of Italy his marching orders as well, and that's why UEFA have chosen him tonight. He certainly will keep a tight grip of this match. So it will be Rangers to kick off. The stadium absolutely packed now. Let's hope there is no trouble, because tickets were on sale at the club shop today and on the streets, and a busload of Rangers fans arrived from Belfast this afternoon. They managed to pick up tickets, so really it's a big night for the security people as well. The Rangers have done everything they can, and the Rangers fans are housed in an enclosure away to our left. So the match gets underway, and this in essence is a European Cup semi-final. Tonight the winner takes all. Of course, should the match end in a draw, everything will then go forward. a fortnight, when Rangers play their final match against CSKA in Moscow, and Marseille travel up to face Club Brugge. But really, the tension rising, and Marseille have struck so often so early in this tournament. Voller goes down, challenged. But the match will restart with a throw-in. Well, the referee immediately telling him to get up and get on with it. This is Ende, and he's challenged there by Peter Houstra. Well, Marseille in the last couple of matches have struck after just 4 minutes, so Rangers will want to keep things as calm as possible. It really is an intimidating atmosphere. Time for cool heads, and the referee awarding a free kick to Rangers. Alan Boksic there, fouling David Robertson. So the referee already showing that he will stand no nonsense. Well, I spoke to Andy Gorham as he came into the stadium, and a cooler man you couldn't have met, smiling as ever. It's a big night for the Rangers and Scotland goalkeeper. So the ball is out of play, and it's a throw to Rangers. Houstra stretching for it, doing well, getting it through to Durant. And a good positive challenge by Richard Gough, but the offside flag has gone up against Peter Houstra. Well, these early moments, Gordon, absolutely vital to Rangers.
Yes, but they've settled down quite nicely. I mean, it's important tonight. Richard Gough, John Brown, Keaton Boksic and Voller quiet. Obviously Boksic looks, well, to me, he looks one of the best players I've seen in the tournament, and everybody knows obviously about Rudy Voller, who's got a tremendous goal scoring record. I mean, this goal scoring at international level makes him one of the world's great players.
So this is Houstra. Closed down there very quickly indeed by Italy. That's McCall trying to get forward, and he wins a free kick. And again, Boksic was involved in that, and the former Yugoslav striker, now playing for Croatia, is penalised. And this is John Brown over the ball. Ali McCoist is well forward, and carefully watched by SIA. This is Brown. Long ball through for Durant to chase. And that was an awkward one for the Marseille defence, but they're managing to eventually get it clear. SIA playing it wide to Eric Dimeco. This is Deschamps. It's laid off by Sozzi. Frank Sozzi, a very influential player in midfield. It's played now to Boksic. And Gorham quite happy to let that one go behind for the goal kick. So Rangers making a promising enough start to this game. Well, professionals like Chris Waddle and Jurgen Klinsmann have said in the past week that the policy when you come to the Velodrome is to attack, otherwise Marseille will swamp you, and Rangers are well aware of that. So they want to be as positive as they can be. And they have in Trevor Steven, of course, a player who knows all about the atmosphere here. And again, the referee keeping a grip of things. Marseille claiming a free kick there. And that's out for the throw to Rangers.
I don't think the game's settled out in any real pattern yet, Jerry, but it looks obviously Ian Durant's just going to play just off Alistair McCoist.
Marcel Desailly has picked up McCoist in these early stages. And Rangers get themselves another free kick. So 5 minutes played here in the Velodrome. It's Marseille 0, Rangers 0. And the prize at stake tonight, a place in the European Champions Cup final. John Brown fires it through. It's headed away by Boksic. That's Voller to Deschamps. He's well challenged though by Ferguson. Marseille have it again. Well, almost a good ball by Voller, but well cut out by McCall, who's already getting through a power of work and wearing his favourite number 2 jersey tonight. He scored 5 goals, 5 single goals this season, every time he's worn that lucky jersey. And here he is again. Plays it through for Peter Houstra. Houstra quickly closed down. A sliding challenge going in from Edele. Walter Smith already instructions. Well, Walter Smith's been through all this before in his days at Dundee United when they reached the semi-finals against AS Roma. And Richard Goff's header dipping behind for the goal kick. Richard Goff making his 33rd appearance of the season tonight and his 5th in Europe. This is Fabien Barthez, the Marseille keeper, just 21 years of age, and preferred to Pascal Olmeta, who's a more experienced figure but who's fallen out with the coach and the chairman. But in a bizarre situation, Olmeta is allowed to play in French Cup ties, something to do with his contract, but Barthez keeps goal the rest of the time. And this is Voller trying to get through. Andy Gorham all set to celebrate his 29th birthday next Tuesday. He's managed 22 shutouts in 47 games so far this season, and 3 of those shutouts have come in the 8 European ties. So he's the confidence to come well out of his area. It's aimed at Durant. Played off by Trevor Steven. McPherson trying to get forward, and it's out for the throw to Marseille. Well, David McPherson's height, of course, will be important at the set pieces. In the absence of Mark Hateley, Rangers will want to get McPherson and Goff forward as much as possible. John Brown watching this one carefully. He's missed it. A good confident catch by Gorham. Well, Brown was under pressure all the way as the ball was in the air, but Gorham with a safe pair of hands. And now it's David Robertson.
There was a massive kick out that from Barthez, but no problem at all for Andy Gorham.
And Robertson now playing it through, looking for Houstra. Well, Houstra toppling, but meanwhile the offside flag has gone up at the other end of the field. And Rangers have the free kick. Voller it was, who strayed into an offside position. Well, Goff's well up there, and a bit of a late challenge on the goalkeeper, and the Marseille defender's not too happy about it. But, again, the referee stepping in, keeping things calm. But this will be a feature, Goff coming forward for all of these set pieces.
Yeah, I think he tried to just stay out of the way there and nearly collided with the goalkeeper, but nobody's any the worse.
Now Goff clearing, but only as far as Abdi Pelé. Again, the referee calling a halt to the play. And the free kick goes to Rangers. Rudy Voller most unhappy about it. The referee keeping well up with the play. The header there from Frank Sosi. This is Voller, and he wins the free kick for Marseille. Rudy Voller, still a splendid competitor at the age of 32. He's retired from the international scene, where he won 85 caps for Germany, but still very much a potent force in this Marseille side. So it's played shot to Sosi. Twisting and turning from Abdi Pelé. Played through for Demeco, but the offside flag has gone up. Well, the referee and linesman under a lot of pressure from this huge crowd, noisy crowd. But 10 minutes played.
I don't think there was any question about this one at all. Demeco pushes forward, and as you can see there clearly in the picture, well offside.
So 10 minutes played and still no scoring here in the Velodrome in Marseille. it's a free kick to Marseille. Ende Pelé there, who of course plays for Ghana. It's played now to Ende. Deschamps playing it through to Boksic. Trying to get away from John Brown, but Brown standing firm. That was a good challenge from the Rangers defender. Good play by Brown. Now it's McCoy's. Nice turn by McCoy's. That's surely a free kick. He was fouled there by Marcel Desailly. So again, that will be the signal for Goff and McPherson to move forward. Certainly Goff going up towards the edge of the area, but no doubt about that one. McCoy's turning nicely against the defender. Played in the direction of Goff. It's cleared by Demeco, picked up by Ende Pelé. This is Voller. So as he plays it through, looking for Deschamps, but it was well cut out by Richard Goff. Now it's Brown for Rangers, a long one for McCoy's to chase. Bolly's in there with him. And it's Basile Boli making a good clearance. He recovered well, the defender.
Great bit of work that by John Brown. That was a glorious through ball.
Trevor Stephen trying to find Ian Ferguson. Good tackle by McCall, but the referee penalising him. Looked a decent enough challenge, but here come Marseille, urged on by this huge crowd. It's Eric Demeco. It's cleared first time by Brown. Well, Brown's made a good start to the game. Ever present in Europe this season. This is his 9th appearance. So Barthez coming well out of his area. It's aimed at Boksic. It's headed by Brown. Sozzi trying to get forward. It's cut out though by Peter Haustra. Long one now for Durant to chase. Again, it's Basile Boli providing the cover. And another good solid challenge. But a good ball played out of defence again for Durant to chase. But Basile Boli looks a defender who'll be extremely tough to beat. This is Trevor Stephen. Durant sent that one out of play, so the throw goes to Marseille.
It looks as if the long through ball might cause Marseille one or two problems. Obviously Cassini, who was sweeper in the first leg at Ibrox, is not playing tonight, and they're not really playing with a sweeper as such. And their back four's been pretty square at times, but in saying that, I mean, ball has got tremendous pace at the back.
That's Brown's header, chested down by McCall, finds Durant. Now it's Edile. Headed on by Sozzi. Cleared by Robertson. It's Frank Sozzi again. Aimed at Boksic and headed out by David Robertson. Now this time it's Rangers ball. McCoist. And a free kick to Rangers. I must say the referee handling the match very fairly indeed. Staying well up with the play. And certainly no homer, Mario van der Ende from Holland. Again, Goff has moved forward. McPherson's up there as well. It's headed away by Demeco. This is McCall, and the offside flag is up immediately.
Well, that was the tactic they adopted at Ibrox as well, Jerry. They're back four, when they clear the ball, they push out very quickly indeed.
It's headed on by Italy. It's Sozzi. Looking for Boksic. It's a good defensive header by Robertson, who was under a lot of pressure. Now it's Haustra. This is Durant. McCall leaving it to Brown. First time clearance by Robertson, but that was a rash one. Now it's Voller. And Marseille take the lead. Frank Sozzi. And it all began with a slack pass from David Robertson. He had the chance to put the ball out of play. He gave it away. Rudy Voller was in there, getting the ball into the middle, and Frank Sozzi gets his 6th European goal, his 5th in the Champions League.
Yeah, well, just when we thought Rangers had settled down nicely, they're a bad clearance with Davy Robertson. Voller picks it up, puts in a nice cross. Well, it's not a bad finish, is it? Excellent bit of finishing. Andy Gorham just gets his fingertips to it. Nice ball in here by Voller. All stemmed from a bad clearance by Davy Robertson at the back. What a shame, because we all thought Rangers had just settled down nicely there. First 15 minutes or so in this game.
Well, you can't give that man chances like that. So there's the scoreline after 15 minutes. The Rangers have made a few dramatic comebacks this season, but they'll really have to draw on all of their resources tonight. They've scored in every European game so far this season, 13 in total. Well, as Gordon said, just when it seemed that everything was settling down, one slack pass and Rangers punished. This is Abdi Pelli. Well, the Marseille fans in full cry now. These will be testing minutes for Rangers as Marseille go in and try and finish it off. They'll have all the confidence in the world now. This is Boksic playing it in. And that's a goal kick, indicates the referee. So the long kick from Gorham, headed on by Pelli, and John Brown providing the cover. Well, if it remains like this, Rangers go out of the European Cup, so they really have to give it their very best shot now. They really have to go for it. Of course, even if they can force the draw, it carries things forward a fortnight to the final games, when goal difference would come into play. But Marseille with a bit between their teeth, and a good charge forward by Angloma. And Richard Goff making the challenge on Pelli. So the corner kick awarded to Marseille.
Yeah, beginning to look a bit dangerous there, Pelli, but that was a really crunchy tackle by Richard Goff. They're beginning to put Rangers under a little bit of pressure now. Great run forward initially by Angloma. Just knocks it back here and Pelli picks it up.
So it's an awkward one into the far post, and behind from Basil Bolly for the goal kick to Rangers. Well, he can also score a few goals. He's got one in Europe so far this season, and he scored 14 goals a couple of seasons ago when he was playing in a freer role, but charging forward there into the far post area. That's McCoy's header. So 20 minutes gone now. Marseille 1, Rangers 0. Frank Sozzi after 15 minutes. This is Trevor Steven. Ball plays it to Houstra. And too far ahead of McCoist and Durant. Peter Houstra has a couple of goals in European football this season against Ende and against Bruges. That was Goff making the initial challenge. Now it's Brown. A stumble by McCoy. It's picked up by Ede. It's better play by Durant. That's Trevor Stephen. McPherson breaking in the right. He's well challenged by Ed Demeco. There's the French coach. Raymond Botals, very much the patriarch of this club, 71 years of age. And he'll be happy enough at the start his team have made. But the difference all down to that error by David Robertson and the blistering finish by Frank Sosie. And here comes Abdi Pele with McPherson floundering. And McCall having to race across to provide the cover. This is Sosie. And a complete miskick there by the number 7, Ede. And now it's Houstra for Rangers. And well challenged by Angloma. From Robertson aimed at Durant, and the free kick is awarded the way of Marseille against Ian Durant.
The number 2 in Gloma for Marseille in the back there was certainly a player that impressed me in the first game at Ibrox. Terrific pace.
Aimed at Boksic, he gets the touch. Well, the offside flag has gone up. Ian Durant back in the side tonight. You just wonder about the level of his fitness. Just coming back recently after a layoff. This will be a testing night for him, no doubt about that. This is just his 30th game of the season. And here come Marseille. It's Ede. Headed away by Brown. Kept in play by Sosie. Ede. This is Angloma. That's Trevor Stephen. How Rangers will look to him tonight for his experience. And Marseille well fired up at the moment. It's a waste of a free kick.
I think he was quite right there to take the quick free kick, Trevor Stephen, because Ian Ferguson had just sneaked in behind the Marseille defence, but it wasn't the best of passes.
This is Durant. Houstra laying it off to McCall. Playing it through now, looking for Trevor Stephen, but Demeco is in there. Man who was sent off against Scotland at the Parc des Princes a few years ago. And because of his temperament, he hasn't added to the 6 French caps. He's won. He's been left out of things in the last couple of years. So 25 minutes gone, and Marseille leading by 1-0. The offside flag has gone up, but yeah, the referee spotted it and awards the free kick to Rangers. defending with some ease at the moment. And you get the impression that perhaps Rangers' best chance of an equaliser will come from a set piece if they can win themselves a few free kicks. And McCoy does just that. It's quickly taken by McCall to Robertson. This is McCall trying to drive it forward. That's Rangers' ball. This is Durant to McCall. And the referee awards it to Marseille, the throw-in.
Yeah, David Robertson pushing forward here, and it looks as if that ball just sneaked over the line, didn't it? Marseille fans weren't at all happy about that.
And this is Richard Goff. Through to Houstra. It's McCall. Houstra again. This is Rudy Voller. Taken out of the play by Ferguson.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time in the game Rudy Vollers went down, but there you see, as you see there, Ian Ferguson a little bit late getting in that one.
It's free kick against David Robertson, the foul on Abdi Pele. To take it, the goal scorer is headed high by John Brown. Here comes Angloma. And that's a free kick to Rangers against Frank Sosie.
Yeah, Sosie's looked very dangerous for Marseille in this first part of the game, beginning to control things in the middle of the park, and he also makes very good runs forward, as we've seen at the goal.
A highly experienced player who has skippered the French side, Frank Sosie. Hoist has changed his mind in that one. It's cleared though by Bolly. Goff's in there for Rangers. This is Sosie. It's knocked on by Deschamps. In behind McPherson. He's in trouble here against Voller. Now it's Pele. No fouls, as a referee. Well, Pele making an absolute meal of that as he collided with Richard Goff. And the referee absolutely right with the decision. Still the Marseille player on the ground, but he really collided with Richard Goff.
Yeah, no intent there at all on Richard Goff's behalf, as you can see there clearly from the pitch as he tried to get out Abdi Pele's way. You see here again, but Abdi Pele seems to have some discomfort down there. I think he might be winded.
Well, the Rangers captain attempted to get out of the way, and the referee immediately waved to play on. Well, some happy Marseille fans. The team leading by 1-0. Frank Sosie after 15 minutes, and after Rangers had made a good start to the match, but a slack pass by David Robertson put the defence in trouble. Meanwhile, Pele back on his feet. So 15 minutes of the first half left, and Rangers have a free kick. They really must cash in on set pieces. Well, Goff and McPherson have moved to the edge of the penalty area. John Brown is staying back with David Robertson. Goff attacking it. This is Houstra. Ian Durant, Ali McCoist. Well, that was a real chance. But Houstra sending A superb ball across in the direction of Ian Durant.
Well, this is the first half chance. Peter Hoystra picks up Ian Durant here at the back post. It looks as if Durant's going to shoot. Ali McCoy just gets under that one. A little half chance there for Rangers.
And again, Rangers showing that at the set pieces they can carry some danger. Richard Gough initially winning that ball, as it was floated over by Trevor Stephen. And this is Gough attacking it again, climbing above Pelly. And Trevor Stephen wins the throw-in. The referee's unhappy with Eric Demeco. And he shows the yellow card to Demeco. Well, that's his second booking of the tournament, and that puts him out of the match in a fortnight's time. Well, I did say earlier he had problems with his temperament, and it showed up again, flying in there.
He actually made contact with the ball, Jerry, but I mean he's lunged in there from about 10 yards.
There's a long one forward now for Voller to chase. It's Voller with McPherson. John Brown though providing some cover. Still it's Voller in there, and that's a free kick against Voller for a high boot. Again, the Marseille crowd unhappy.
Yeah, Voller lifted his boot high there, but certainly the referees, as you mentioned earlier, Jerry, certainly not a homer.
That's aimed at Durant. He's very well closed down. This is Deschamps. Now it's Demeco. It's Boksic, who's extremely useful in the air. He just got the merest of touches, but nothing came of that one. This is Pelly having to come deeper for possession. It's Ferguson battling away for it, but Ali McCoy's first touch letting him down a bit. But in any case, the referee spotting an infringement, and he's given a free kick to Rangers. So another chance for Rangers to do something. And again, Richard Gough has moved well forward. So too has David McPherson. Gough tumbles to the ground. John Brown's up there as well. It's Gough again, and that's a corner kick.
I think Richard Gough complaining to the referee there. I mean, Bolly just, when Richard Gough made his run for that free kick, Bolly just charged into him and knocked him over in the penalty box. You can see here he's having a little chat with them now. But I tell you what, Bolly was fortunate, he never gave a penalty away there.
That's Trevor Stephen floating it in. McPherson's got the touch. And it's well handled by Fabien Barthez.
Yeah, Trevor Stevens swings this one across. David McPherson gets a knockdown, but unfortunately not a Rangers player in that area.
That's the one that just needed a little touch on from McCoist. But, that little flurry will give Rangers and their supporters a bit of hope. Italy sends it through, but Voller offside. Well, 44 goals Rudy Voller scored in 85 international matches for the then West Germany. Boksic is a bit unhappy that where Brown was about to take a free kick from, and the referee telling him to go on with it. So just under 10 minutes till half-time. Marseille leading by a goal to nil. That's handball by Ali McCoist, and that'll earn him a booking. The yellow card shown to Ali McCoist, and that's his first booking of the tournament. There's no doubt he controlled the ball with his hand.
Yeah, it was a bit of temptation here for Ali McCoist. Obviously the ball's been well past him here and he couldn't resist trying to pull it down with his hand and having a shot. But unfortunately for Ali McCoist, the referee spotted it.
Robertson climbing for that one. It breaks away towards McPherson. It's given away to Deschamps. This is Trevor Stephen. It's McPherson again. Bolly has it for Marseille. Meanwhile, the offside flag has gone up. The referee hasn't spotted it. Well, the Durant, see out there clutching his face like he's got a flying elbow. He's playing against some extremely tough defenders, uncompromising defenders. And that's a free kick against David Robertson for climbing onto the shoulders of Alen Boksic. Jocelyn and Gloma flipping it forward, chested down by Boksic. Houser's back trying to give a hand. The challenge goes in from McCall, and Gloma sends it across the face of the penalty area. And it's Trevor Stephen deep in his own half. That's Rangers' ball, deflecting off Demeco. So just 8 minutes of this first half left. It's Marseille leading Rangers by 1-0. This is Angloma.
Actually, the signs have been reasonably encouraging since Soze scored that goal. I mean, Rangers are beginning to claw their way a little bit back into the game, and really Marseille haven't put Rangers under a huge amount of pressure.
Well, Ferguson having to dig in there, rather slack ball initially by Durant, and Goff concedes the free kick for that challenge on Abdi Pele.
He's come off once, he's come off quite badly once or twice in collisions with Richard Goff.
So again he recovers, and this will be a moment now for Andy Gorham and the Rangers defenders. Frank Soze lining up as Rangers get ready to defend this. He strikes it well at one of his own players. The shot going in from Edele. Jean-Jacques Edele, who's a product of the Nantes youth school. He was sold to help Nantes out of their financial problems, and he's turned out to be a real bargain for Marseille. McPherson beating Demeco. This is Trevor Stephen trying to get forward. He's challenged by Deschamps. Now it's Pele. Still it's Pele. Now it's Voller. That's great play. It's Pele again. And good handling by Andy Gorham. And just as well he took that one because Alen Boksic was racing in on the far post. But great play by Abdi Pele, combining well with Rudy Voller.
Yeah, nice little run forward here. Lovely little 1-2 by Voller.
And McCoy's taken out of the play. So another chance here for Rangers to do something. Again, Richard Goff is racing forward. And the yellow card shown for that challenge.
Yeah, this is a little run forward there. Voller plays a little 1-2 Abdi Pele. Andy Gorham gets his angles right here. As you said, just as well, Boxes there sitting at the back post.
So Richard Goff well forward. Desailly was the man who was yellow carded. And that's a corner now to Rangers with 5 minutes of this first half left. Well, this would be a superb time for Rangers to haul it all back. McPherson's in there with Goff. But the referee awarding the free kick to Marseille for over physical play by the Rangers centre-backs. So 3 bookings so far in this first half. Dimeco and Desailly of Marseille and McCoist of Rangers. That booking to Desailly, incidentally, his first of the tournament. So just under 4 minutes of the first half left. Marseille leading Rangers by 1-0. Frank Sauzet after 15 minutes. Well, the offside flag has gone up against the Marseille strikers. The referee, they're not spotting it, and the linesman's put it down again. And Marseille get themselves a throw-in. This is Trevor Stephen to John Brown. Oh, he's in trouble here. This is Sauzet. And Goff heading it behind for the corner.
Yeah, well, another little mistake nearly costing Rangers dearly there. Richard Goff eventually heading that one out, although I was expecting a shout for Stuart McCall there, who was just in behind Goff.
Again, Rangers just being a bit over-elaborate. Shot pass, I think it was Trevor Stephen who sent it to John Brown and immediately found himself shut down by these very fast strikers.
Yeah, just welding the ball a little bit there, John Brown.
So it's Sauzet to take the corner. And the referee spotting an infringement, and the free kick goes Rangers' way, so that removes the immediate pressure.
I think the referee reckoned there, it was such a swerve on the corner kick that it went actually out the park before it come back in, as you see here. I don't think there was any infringement in the box.
So just under 2 minutes of the first half left. And the linesman raising his flag. And the referee wants this retaken. That's Sauzet's header, touched by Brown. That's Robertson. Rangers in a hurry to get on with things. The referee wants that retaken. Well, Houser hit it very early indeed, and it's in fact been given away. So fortunately for Rangers, they get another bite at it. And now the yellow card is shown to Boksic for failing to move away when that free kick was being taken. So that's 4 bookings in the first half, 3 of them to Marseille. So the high one hoisted in by Robertson. Goff's in there, breaks out in the direction of McCall. He does well, McCall. It's hoisted in by Robertson, but the offside flag has gone up. And this is Pelé. Sauzet. Deschamps. And the switch will play by Sauzet to Pelé. He takes on Trevor Stephen. So we're now into injury time in this first half. Pelé turning on the style. And it's Richard Goff getting in a partial clearance. Pelé is in there again. And the flag, the offside flag had gone up in any case as Angloma sent in that effort.
It was good play, determination before her initially, but this one, as you can see, was never going to cause Andy Gorham any problems.
And the flag had gone up in any case. This is Brown. It's returned by Italy. Brown again. It's Houser trying to get forward. Italy does enough though to put him off. That's Deschamps looking for Soze. It's challenged though by Ferguson. That's a good ball by Ferguson. McPherson racing forward. He gets there just ahead of Bolly. Still it's McPherson. And that's a free kick with a minute of injury time played. Well, can Rangers haul it back here? It was a superb ball from Ian Ferguson through to McPherson. Now this could send Rangers in happy if they can take something from this. It's Trevor Stephen. Richard Goff's up there. It's punched away though by Barthez. A touch on by Voller. So a minute and a half of injury time played in this first half. And the half-time whistle has gone. Well, Rangers doing a lot of things well in the early stages, but a mistake by David Robertson after 15 minutes allowed Frank Soze to go in and score for Marseille. Rangers clawing their way back into the match and certainly look capable of doing something from set pieces. But the half-time score from the Velodrome is Marseille 1, Rangers.
What Walter Smith and Archie Knox will be saying now, they've obviously got out and have a positive approach in the second half, but at the same time, they can't throw caution to the wind, because if you leave gaps at the back, obviously with the quality of players that Marseille have got up front in Boxic, Voller, Abdi Pele, they could get severely punished. And it may just be that set plays is where Rangers could get back into this game. Obviously with the aerial threat of Richard Goff, David McPherson, no doubt they'll be pushing John Brown up as well. But it's certainly too early yet to start throwing everybody forward.
And of course what Rangers will remember is that one goal puts them not just back in this match but back in the tournament. A draw tonight would set it all up for a fortnight hence when they entertain CSKA Moscow at Ibrox Stadium. And Marseille have to travel to Belgium to face Club Brugge, who say they plan to make it a hot night for them. They reckon they were badly treated here, and they're looking for a measure of revenge. So Rangers have 45 minutes to save themselves.
I think for one thing for sure, Jerry, you're right, Rangers off at your peril.
Well, they've come back so many times this season, but this, without doubt, is the biggest task they have faced. Marseille, of course, seeded number 1 in the tournament. Well, no French side has ever won the European Champions Cup. They've reached the final on 3 occasions, and it's become French sides have reached the final on 3 occasions, I should say, and certainly Bernard Tapie, the owner, is obsessed by winning the Champions Cup. Marseille, of course, lost the 1991 final to Red Star on penalty kicks, which was a cruel blow to them, and they went out in the semi-final of 1990 to Benfica on away goals. So they've had their heartaches in this competition, and then tonight they'll want to make sure there is no repeat. Right away, Rangers get themselves a free kick. Well, I said early in this match that set pieces would perhaps be Rangers' best chance. Here comes Ali McCoist, and it's swept away there by Desailly. This is McPherson, and that one goes the way of Marseille. Demeco to take it. It's headed on by Voller, and this time it's Rangers ball. So this crowd in excess of 40,000 settling again after the break. It's certainly been a noisy night in a very dramatic setting with a backdrop of mountains, and of course all the colourful banners and flags of both sets of fans.
Yeah, the referee, a little foul there against Ian Ferguson. He just lifted his boot a little bit high. Certainly doesn't stand any nonsense at all, this referee.
Well, he's handled the likes of Roma, Juventus and Real Madrid in recent seasons, and he was specially chosen by UEFA for this tie because it's a high-risk tie in their eyes. That's Voller getting the touch, but straight into the path of David Robertson. A long one now for Ali McCoy to chase, but he really has had a thankless task tonight without Mark Catley. And he's up against some of the toughest tackling defenders in world football. Well, the likes of Mark Catley and Trevor Steven, not to mention Mo Johnson, have often said that French football is the most physical they've come across. And we see some of the tackling tonight from Basile Boli and Desailly. You get the point. They don't stand on ceremony. So now it's a free kick to Marseille. Well, funnily enough, they only twice have lost here at home in European competition in the last 20 years or so. Both times was to Ajax of Amsterdam. And here they come now in the shape of Angloma, but it's Robertson getting it away, and Robertson has gone down. Well, David Robertson has had one or two injury problems of late, and Rangers will be hoping not to lose his services, but he went down in such a manner that would suggest he might be in trouble here. Rangers have Neil Murray, Gary McSwagan, Stephen Presley and the experienced Oleg Kuznetsov on the bench. And of course Ali Maxwell is the standby goalkeeper. Well, David Robertson tonight, this is his 53rd game of the season. He's missed just one game. That was the European tie against Bruges at Ibrox.
Yeah, I think David Robertson's got a little bit of a problem here. Seen John Brown indicating to the bench that to get one of the substitutes warmed up. And that obviously is a problem for Rangers. I mean, who did they bring on? Who did they put into the left-back slot?
So the Rangers substitutes warming up. But Robertson back on his feet. And he looks as though he's prepared to continue. That's aimed in at Voller. It's headed away by Goff. Picked up by Ian Ferguson. He's trying to find Durant. The covers there from Basile Boli. Voller's in there ahead of Brown. Still such a dangerous player, and the free kick is awarded against Richard Goff for his challenge on Rudy Voller. So Andy Gorham getting things lined up. And Goff and Voller, old adversaries. Goff in fact played against them when Goff was at Dundee United and Voller was at Werder Bremen, and then they played against one another in the Mexico World Cup. So this is Sosi. That's a great effort off the face of the crossbar. He's in there again. Well, he carries such a threat, this man, from set pieces, Frank Sosi. And here he is again. This is Demeco. And a free kick against McPherson. Well, the Rangers players are pointing out that the far side linesman had his flag raised, but it's down again.
It was a fantastic strike, this Sosi, and he's certainly been the most influential player in the field tonight. He's a player that's really impressed me. And what a free kick that was.
So this is Demeco. And it's Robertson getting in a good clearance. It's returned by Deschamps. And the offside flag has gone up. And that takes the pressure off Rangers. It's good running by Durant. He gets in the early cross. It's cut out though by Boli. This is Ferguson. And that's a corner kick to Rangers. So again, the signal for Goff and McPherson to move forward. John Brown's going up as well. McCall is staying at the back with Robertson to counter any break. So it's Trevor Steven sending it in. It breaks out to Ian Durant. Oh, that's a wonderful goal by Ian Durant. 53 minutes gone. A superb strike by Ian Durant. And Rangers are alive and Well, if Soti's goal was a terrific strike, so too was this. 52 minutes gone.
Well,
Marseille won, Rangers won.
They've done it again, would you believe it? What a fabulous strike this is being Durant. Lovely little bend on it, gave Barthez no chance whatsoever. Trevor Stevens sweeps in the in-swinging corner, comes off the head of Bolly, and Ian Durant pounces in this one. Fabulous strike.
Well, what a game we have in our hands now. Well, Gordon did say just after kick-off, you write off this Rangers team at your peril. And they just continue to amaze you. Time after time, in adversity, they have fought back this season.
Well, this is unbelievable stuff. Have we got a game in our hands now? What about this for a strike? Fabulous.
So Ian Durant, that's his third goal in European football this season. He also scored against Lyngby and Bruges. At Rangers now making a change. David Robertson is having to leave the field, and Neil Murray is the player preparing to come on. So John Brown will probably take up the left back position. So an early touch for the Rangers substitute. That's powerfully headed away. There's McPherson.
Well, this is a big test for Neil Murray, but as we've seen in the match in Bruges, he's well equipped to do the job.
Well, Neil Murray, this is his fourth European appearance of the season. He started 3 of the games. He played against Marseille at Ibrox, the full match, and the 2 games against Bruges. So he has picked up a bit of European experience this season. But he's playing on the right-hand side of the field. Goff and McPherson are in the central roles, and Brown has moved out to the left. Once again, the versatility of John Brown coming to the fore. But the great news from the Velodrome at the moment is that Rangers are back in this match, but a lot of testing times ahead of them. This is Angloma. He plays it early into the near post looking for Rudy Voller, but it's well handled by Andy Gorham. So 55 minutes gone. It's Marseille 1, Rangers 1.
Yeah, it was a good run forward with Angloma again, and he whips this one into the near post. But Andy Gorham goes down and smothers the ball.
Rangers would feel themselves unlucky to lose the first half goal, really down to a mistake, but then surviving a tremendous shot by Soze off the crossbar, and then breaking upfield and grabbing the equaliser. So another night of drama in this Champions League, and that's a goal kick. Well, a draw tonight means that the 2 teams go forward to their final games, and really that will be a night and a half if things stay as they are. Of course, it will all come down then to goal difference involving only goals between the Marseille and Rangers. If they're still equal, it will then be away goals between those 2 sides. If they were still level after that, it would then go to overall goal difference, and that's where Marseille are ahead at the moment. We are +9 to Rangers +2. It is a highly complicated system that UEFA have put together. Even after that, it goes to most goals and then the best record from the first 2 rounds. And Rangers, in fact, have the best record, having won home and away against Lyngby and Leeds. But still a lot to happen here tonight. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Marseille getting the most difficult game they've had here in the Velodrome this season. When you think they took 6 goals off CSKA Moscow, and they knocked in 3 in something like 26 minutes against Bruges. But every time they move forward, there's danger. And that's a good challenge by McCall. It's headed away by Ferguson. This is Bolly for Marseille. It's laid off by Sosi. Played through by Deschamps, but Boksic beaten to it. Now it's Durant. This is Desailly. Edele. The switch of play looking for Eric Dimeco. And Trevor Steven sending it high. That was a difficult one for Andy Gorham. Of course, the pass back rule coming into play. I don't think he was sure whether the ball had cannoned off John Brown or he'd passed it back, but he took the safe option. He didn't pick it up.
He's very comfortable in those situations, Andy Gorham. I mean, the whole stadium went into an uproar there, but Andy Gorham was as casual as you like.
And now he floats it forward to John Brown. The header into McCall. It's Brown again. Looking for Ali McCoy's, but just too much in that one. Trevor Steven was also running through.
That wasn't far away from being a very good ball there from John Brown.
Ali McCoy's tonight chasing his 50th goal of the season for Rangers and trying to achieve a Rangers European record. He sits on 12 goals along with Ralph Brand, a record that's lasted for 30 odd years now. That's McPherson's header. Ferguson climbing for it. Ferguson winning a lot more of the ball in midfield now, looking a lot more confident. And Durant's working extremely hard as well. And Trevor Steven wins a free kick for Rangers. Well, you just wonder if some self-doubt is starting to creep into Marseille. When you think of the way they swept aside the sides from Moscow and from Bruges. And now they're battling for their survival in this tournament. They know one more slip will put them out. So in this, the 5th match, everything's still on a knife edge.
They're actually defending quite comfortable at the back, and Abdi Pelli tonight really, I mean, apart from 1 or 2 bursts in the first half, really hasn't been in the game a great deal.
So 60 minutes played here at the Velodrome, and it's Marseille 1, Rangers 1. Well, Gorham's clearance not the best, he's off his line, but fortunately for Rangers that ball deflecting. So the throw in quickly taken in the direction of Rudy Voller. He was challenged by Goff initially, then Ferguson. This is Dimeco. Good play by Dimeco. And the early cross is a dangerous one, headed away by John Brown under pressure from Boksic. Still that ball in play. And headed away by Ferguson, but the referee awarding the free kick just outside the penalty area to Marseille. And a yellow card shown to Neil Murray. That's Murray's first booking of the competition, and this is a dangerous moment. Again, it's that man, Frank Sosi. Well, testing moment this for the likes of John Brown, David McPherson and the goalkeeper. Well, it's played beyond everyone. It's picked up now by Angloma. Just kept in play. Ian Durant showing a lot of confidence there. And that's a free kick to Rangers. Well, the referee pouncing in absolutely everything here. Well, the Rangers fans just in behind John Brown, giving the team all the backing they can muster. They're outnumbered tonight, 40-1, but they're giving it their best shot, as are Rangers, but that's a free kick to Marseille.
You just sensed a little bit of frustration coming into the Marseille play just now. Rangers had quieted the crowd down for a little while there.
There's a Goff climbing for it. Gets it away from Voller. Touch on by McCall. This is Durant. It's McCall again. And Houser in there battling for it, but that's a free kick against the Dutchman. So it's played through by Angloma to Abdi Pele. Swept away by John Brown. Ali McCoy's giving chase here with Desailly. It's comfortable defending. It's McPherson's header. Goes just beyond Deschamps to Durant. This is McCall. It's headed away by Bolly. Picked up by Angloma. This is Idele. Good solid challenge by McCall. This is Houstra. Good run now by the Dutchman. It's 2 against 2 here. Rangers pouring players forward. Still it's Houstra. McCall trying to find McCoist. And the chance is lost. It's a good run by Houstra, but he just couldn't get it through in the end.
Yeah, he just waited far too long, Jerry. He had a great opportunity there to put it to Ali McCoist, who was in space there on the edge of the 18-yard box. And Ali McCoist, not a happy man. He's shouting at Houstra. He should have got that ball across earlier.
Well, the likes of McCall was charging forward as well, possibly shouting for it and causing Houstra a bit of confusion. But there's no doubt McCoist was in a great position there. It'd be good to see some more of that play from Houstra. He's been fairly quiet in the second half. And Rangers have themselves another free kick. Demeco on McCoist. That's Durant's cross. Ferguson's in there for Rangers. Now it's Trevor Stephen. He's closed down by Demeco. This is Murray. A slick pass by Murray. The break's on here now. Late challenge by McCall. He gets a word of warning from the referee. I think the referee appreciating that he did try to play the ball as he challenged Deschamps. So 65 minutes gone, 1 goal apiece here in the Velodrome in Marseille. This is Angloma. Boksic. And it's Murray stepping in for Rangers. It breaks out to Eric Demeco. Now it's Abdi Pele. Boksic. Pele is in there again. Rangers will have to get this one clear. McPherson climbing for it. A real collision there. And the referee has given a free kick.
Yeah, a little bit of a clash here with David McPherson. Maybe a little bit of an elbow there. But giving away a free kick in a very dangerous situation here. We've already seen Saucy have a great attempt from a similar situation earlier.
So it's Jocelyn Angloma who is receiving treatment. David McPherson finding himself under a lot of pressure there, going for that one, but there's no doubt that there was an elbow used.
Yeah, I think the referee got that one right. As I said, it's a very dangerous situation, and I don't think there's any question that Saucy is going to be the man that will come up and try a similar shot to the one he tried before. Great effort it was as well.
Well, he's hovering over the ball. There's Frank Saucy. He's scored a goal. He's hammered one against the crossbar in the second half. And he got him lining up the wall. This is a dangerous moment for Rangers, and it's over the top. And relief among the Rangers fans just behind Andy Gorham's goal. And every time Saucy gets the ball in that type of situation, causes a flutter. Well, there's Raymond Gotals, 71 years of age, and this is the third time he's been in charge of Marseille, brought back by Bernard Tapie in his attempt to win the Champions Cup. They call him the scientist. This is Murray for Rangers. And Trevor Stephen trying to play the early ball through to Durant, and he wins the throw-in. Well, Durant has shown a great appetite for the second half, and his confidence has been rising. No wonder after that marvellous equaliser. But even before that, he was showing signs that he was coming more and more into this match. This is Voller inside his own half. The referee awarding a free kick against Ian Ferguson.
Yeah, that was great closing down play there by the Rangers midfield, just not letting any of the Marseille players settle in the ball at all. A free kick given against Ian Ferguson there for that collision.
This is Bolly. It's headed down by Houstra to McCall. Through for Durant. He's tackled by Demeco. Good play by Demeco. He finds Abdi Pelli. He gets away from Murray. Well, the Marseille fans around us furious with Abdi Pelli because Voller and Boksic were racing through the middle. He decided to lash at it himself.
Yeah, this was a bit of a chance for Marseille, but the ball just bobbled up before Abdi Pelli hit that one and ballooned it way over the bar. Ian Durant, they're just getting caught in possession, and we're just saying how well he'd been playing as well.
At this level, there is no time for dwelling on the ball. You've got to keep moving it on. This is Edele to Bolly. It's Soze playing it through. John Brown in two minds. Put under pressure there by Angloma. But he recovers. It breaks away though to Edele. Edele can't give this team half chances. This is Rudy Voller. And eventually it's McCall getting it clear to Ian Durant. He's surrounded though by Marseille players. This is Edele. Well, it's quite frightening when you think that one mistake can cost your team a place in the European Cup final. There's a downward header, and it's well handled by Andy Gorham. The header from Jocelyn Angloma, who just loves to get forward.
That was a great little ball. Edele played out there to Demeco. He slung one over to the back post. Good leap, downward header. I think that one was slipped past the post.
Well, Andy Gorham has failed to put that ball out of play. He was advised by the referee to put it out of play. It didn't go out, but there was a Rangers player on the ground. The referee then had no option but to allow play to go on. There was a Rangers player on the ground needing treatment. The referee insisted that Gorham hit the ball out of play. Gorham attempted to do that. It didn't reach the touchline. Then the referee waved play on. That could have been very damaging indeed to Rangers, but really they've got to get their concentration right in these matters. I'm just making the point, Gordon, that it's absolutely frightening to think that it's so finely balanced. A place in the European Cup final at stake.
Well, it's a pressure cooker, isn't it? I mean, all that little bit of pressure, all that pressure there started with John Brown, who's with the ball at his feet, was a little bit close, too close to Andy Gorham to try the pass back. He tried to play his way out of trouble. This Gloma, and that there was a little bit of sustained Marseille pressure there.
And then Peter Houstra going down and leading to that situation which almost ended up with the ball going into the Rangers net. But Rangers survive that. And that's Brown's header, and that will go behind for the corner. So still Marseille keep on the pressure. So just over 70 minutes gone, 1 goal apiece. Gorham's come for it, he makes contact, only as far as Soze, and that's high and out of play. So again, the Rangers players calling over the referee, and David McPherson has, I don't know if he's taken a knock or if he's been struck by a missile. So the referee holding up the play. Well, tonight David McPherson's 47th game of the season.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad punch out here by Andy Gora, but good work by Ali McCoy. To the ball comes out, lands at Sauce's feet, and he have a rush shot there. They ballooned it way over the bar.
Well, perhaps David McPherson getting caught as his goalkeeper punched clear, but he's fine again. And play continues. This is Murray playing it through, looking for Trevor Stephen, but that's out for the throw-in to Marseille. That's Abdi Pelle's header. It's headed away by Ferguson. Picked up by Suzy. And the free kick against Ian Durant. Basil Bolly sending it through, looking for the head of Boksic. Brown climbing way above him. This is Houstra looking for Durant. It's Vola who holds off the ball so well in this type of situation. This is Deschamps. Well, the shooting from Marseille not causing Andy Gorham that much of a problem at the moment. That one from Didier Deschamps, the man who has 30 caps for France. Well wide of target. Powerful header from Bolly, climbing way above Ian Durant. And this is Murray under pressure from Pelle. Still it's Pelle. Murray will have to be careful here. Play on, says the referee. Well, Murray has already been booked, but the referee judged that to be a goal. But Ian Durant now running into trouble in the shape of Desailly. And it's McCall tackling there. It's played by Deschamps to Idile. Now it's Angloma, again charging forward. Play on, says the referee. Houstra plays it inside to McCall. Switch of play to Ali McCoist. He's looking around for some support. It comes from Trevor Stephen. This is McCoist again. It's high one now from Murray for Trevor Stephen to chase. Demeco's with him all the way, and Demeco wins it. This is Pelle. And this time the free kick is given against Murray. But you really will have to be careful. So 75 minutes played, and it's 1 goal apiece.
Yeah, stuck to the task well, little young Neil Murray. A very good tackle earlier than previous to that one, and Abdi Pelle when the referee waved play on. Terrific little tackle.
This is Demeco with the free kick to Marseille. It's aimed in at Vola. Desailly to Suzy. Played through by Angloma. Well, McPherson caught there by Boksic. And it's John Brown providing the cover. And he takes no chance at all. Sends it higher of play. It's McPherson caught in two minds there. As Boksic challenged. Peter Houstra. Played through to McCall. He's very much a lone player there. High one now from McCall. But it drifts away from Ian Durant. The Rangers front players finding it very difficult. The likes of Durant, who's running in support of McCall, is finding it very difficult against this well-organised, tough tackling defence. Rangers must try and force some more free kicks, some more corner kicks, and see if the height of Goff and McPherson can carry them through. But I'm sure if they could leave here tonight with a point, they would not be unhappy.
No, I think a point would be a magnificent result, Jerry, and it's been a very brave defensive performance by Rangers. I mean, there has been 1 or 2 slips in the first half, but they've really stood their ground well.
Richard Goff being told by the referee to get on with it. Meanwhile, the offside flag has gone up against Ali McCoist. Difficult night for the likes of McCoist. So used all season to playing alongside Mark Hateley. And, depending on the runs of Ian Durant to support him. Of course, Durant also has duties to perform in the middle of the field. Well, Demeco claiming he was fouled, and the referee agrees. It's a free kick to Marseille. You see Basil Bully moving forward. Ian Ferguson keeping a close watch on things for Rangers, moving back into his own penalty area. Eric Demeco, who has 3 championship medals, leaving it now to Soze. That's a dangerous one. Goff's in there. Voller climbs for it. This is Pelly. It's charged down now by Houstra. Desai sends it in, and it's got him at full stretch. And a bit of jostling going on involving Brown and Voller. But that was an awkward one for Andy Gorham.
It was a great bit of defending there by Peter Houstra initially to block that shot, but it all got a bit scrappy after that. Goes and closes him down here, as you can see. Houstra, the ball skips up. Andy Gorham up for the ball. Desai knocks him over, but it's all settled down now.
So that ball out of play, and Rangers are about to make another substitution. Swagan is the player warming up down below. Well, I wonder if Walter Smith is looking for another super header from him. Remember, he scored in the first match at Ibrox. He came on as a substitute just round about this time, and he sent that glorious header past Barthez. Well, it's Peter Houstra who is leaving the field, and I think Rangers deciding to go for it. They're going to push McSwagan alongside McCoist.
Well, he's a young player with terrific pace, and maybe Walter Smith thinks he's just the man to get in behind this Marseille defence.
So Rangers will now go 4-4-2. This is Goff climbing for it with just under 10 minutes left here in the Velodrome. And it's Marseille 1, Rangers 1. Soze for Marseille after 15 minutes. Then in 52 minutes, Ian Durant hitting the equaliser. Well, Demeco sliding in very high there, and the referee immediately blowing a whistle and awarding the free kick to Rangers. Well, he certainly dives into challenges Demeco. It's in fact the referee awarding the other way. The Rangers player still on the ground.
Yeah, they've now pushed, Rangers have now pushed Ian Durant over to the left side with the part that was occupied by Peter Houstra, and Ali McCoist has actually took over the Durant role now, with Gary McSwiggan pushing right up front. Maybe Walter Smith fancies his chances with his terrific pace.
Gary McSwiggan, just 22 years of age. And this is his second appearance in this Champions League. As I said, he came on as a substitute against Marseille at Ibrox.
Yeah, well, that looked like a dangerous tackle by me to Demeco, and it's no surprise that he's a player that's been sent off on numerous occasions, because he really does lunge in at the ball.
So just under 9 minutes left. Well, wrong caption. That is Ali McCoist, the name of John Brown coming up. The French director not quite up on his Rangers players. Bully switching it to Demeco. That's Soze. Closed down by Ferguson. So again, Angloma getting himself a fair bit of space. He plays it to Deschamps. It's played in for Voller. Durant looking for too much time on the ball, and almost paying the price. Durant can't afford to do that, especially so deep inside his own half. The header on there by McSwagan. Well, at the moment, most of the Marseille fans have gone a bit quiet. Still a few drums beating, but they're not making quite as much noise as they were earlier. The Rangers fans, 1,000 of them who are here, have fingers crossed. The team are on the verge of a superb result, having gone behind and again battling their way back. It's 1 goal apiece here in Marseille. There are 7 minutes left. And McSwagan is onside. Rangers pouring players forward, and he sends it right to the goalkeeper.
And that was a great pity. That was an opportunity to put a good cross in, but he knocked it far too near Barthez.
So here come Marseille. And Goff's under pressure here from Boksic, but standing firm. What Rangers mustn't do here is allow themselves to be pushed back in these closing stages and find themselves under a lot of pressure. They've got to keep pushing forward at every opportunity. And that's Murray making the sensible clearance. So they throw in to Marseille to be taken by Demeco. Through it goes for Voller. He shields it so well. There are 6 minutes left. This is Deschamps sending it through. It's headed away by Brown. This is Deschamps. Takes the return. It's played through to Voller. Well, Voller goes down like a sack of potatoes there. There was really not much of a challenge on him at all. Well, Barthez having to race out of his area, and the offside flag goes up against Voller. Well, perhaps a bit of justice in that. Well, Gotals, at the age of 71, shouting at his players. He really is an amazing character. A high one from Gorham, it's aimed at McPherson. McSwagan's in there, it's still in play. No, the flag has gone up. And that's a goal kick.
You mentioned the word character there, Jerry. I mean, that's something that Rangers have got in abundance. It really has been a magnificent performance once again, and as good a performance as any in Europe if the result stays the same.
So just under 5 minutes left. Marseille 1, Rangers 1. This is Trevor Stephen, but the referee awarding a free kick to Marseille. This is Sosi. Boksic trying to turn, he's challenged though by McPherson. This is McCoist. Now it's Sosi having to come very deep. Through for Voller. Switch of play by Voller to Abdi Pele. There are 4 minutes left. This is Pele, playing it to Angloma. Well cut out there by Ian Durant. Marseille pinning Rangers back here. It's away by Brown. This is Desailly. It's a good run by Sosi. Well, he makes a complete hash of it. Well, a player who was so composed early on, who scored a fine goal, who cracked a shot against the crossbar, and his last couple of efforts going well wide of target. A seasoned international player, but maybe the pressure now getting just too much for him. The nerves are jangling out there.
I don't think the Rangers fans behind that goal thought that was a great effort.
There are 3 minutes left. And that's a free kick against Ali McCoist for the use of an elbow. With a little dig off the ball at Sosi. Well, the referee being very fair indeed. And he's booked a few players, but he also recognises that this has been a tough physical game. He laid the ground rules down early, but he's showing a lot of common sense here. That's Basil Bowley sending it in. It's headed away by Goff. Trevor Stephen gets a touch, but it's picked up by Demeco. This is Soze. It's cleared by Murray. This is Bolly. Well, he's a confidence to step away from McCoist. This is Voller. Well, he's pulling Goff out of position. Goff going with him all the way, but it comes off Demeco, and that's throw in to Rangers. There are 2 minutes left. Richard Goff pursuing his man all the way there.
It's been a great captain's performance by Richard Goff tonight, and Big David McPherson as well has been quite magnificent there defensively.
So I see the fourth official down there at the dugouts, again sending Gotals back to his place. Meanwhile, it's Trevor Stephen. The offside flag is up though against McSwagan. The referee allowing the advantage, or allowing the game to flow, I should say. It's played out to Pelé. The final minutes ticking away here in the Velodrome. That's cut out brilliantly by McCall, who's had another fine game. It's played through, looking for McSwagan. And that's a free kick to Marseille, quickly taken. It's with Deschamps. This is Pelé. It's played through now for Boxic. Ballers in the middle. And it runs out of play for the throw-in to Rangers with 1 minute left. McCall steps in for Rangers. This is McCoist. He plays it through looking for McSwagan. This is Durant. Back it goes to Brown. Durant again to McCall. And that's out of play for the throw to Rangers. That was charged down by Idile. The referee checking his watch, looking out towards the linesman. Rangers in no hurry to get on with things, and now it looks as though it will all be down to the happenings of fortnights hence at Ibrox Stadium and in Bruges. We're now into injury time in the Velodrome. It's 1 goal apiece, but here come Marseille. That's a good challenge by Ferguson. It's picked up by Stephen. Well, I'll tell you what, it's just as well there's a firm referee in charge here tonight. The break's on here though for Ali McCoist, but the offside flag goes up. Well, there wasn't a lot in it. McCoist is complaining.
I think it was a little bit unfortunate there to get caught offside, but what a recovery tackle this is being Ferguson.
So we're well into injury time. It's Abdi Pelé for Marseille. There have been 1 or 2 knocks taken. The referee again checks his watch. McPherson heads it clear. Heads the ball out of play.
Well, this is a magnificent result, a magnificent performance.
Still play goes on. It's Abdi Pelé. We played a minute of injury time. McCall's digging in there for Rangers. Still it's Pelé. This is Demeco. McPherson goes for it. It comes off the head of Soze. It's cleared by Durant. And Desailly in disarray, but he recovers. This is Deschamps. It's played through looking for Voller and handled confidently by Andy Gorham. So 1.5 minutes of injury time played. A stumble by Durant, but it's cleared by Brown. Again, the referee checks his watch. Again, John Brown makes the challenge. And the referee has awarded a free kick. Well, this is an anxious moment for Rangers, surely. It can't go against them now. That's 2 minutes of injury time gone. And a header from Ian Ferguson behind for the corner kick. Well, drama right till the final seconds of what has been an enthralling evening here in Marseille. It's Abdi Pele to take it. Marseille have pushed everyone forward. It's cleared there by Murray. Still the referee allowing play to go on. 2.5 minutes of injury time played. Again it's Marseille. Again it's Pele. It's through for Voller. And it's cleared by Richard Goff. Still Marseille have it. Again the referee checks his watch. And the free kick awarded to Marseille. It's switched out to the right. 3 minutes of injury time played. It's away by McCall. Played through by Durant. McCoy will just want to take this one forward anywhere. But the ball had gone out of play.
Well, surely can't have been 3 minutes of stoppages in this game.
Well, still the referee allowing play to go on. This could be a problem. And it's Murray sending it away from the danger area. 3.5 minutes of injury time have been played. Marseille 1, Rangers 1. And it's swept away by Ferguson high into the Marseille half. It's McSwagan who's giving chase. It's headed away by Bolly. Trevor Stevens in there for Rangers. 4 minutes of injury time have been played. This is quite remarkable. It's John Brown's header. It's laid off by Durant. It's Brown again. It's played through to McCoist. This is Brown. And Rangers get themselves a free kick. In fact, the final whistle goes. And Rangers have pulled off a remarkable result here in Marseille. They lost an early goal after 15 minutes to Frank Soze after a mistake by David Robertson, but fought their way back brilliantly in the second half. The equaliser from Ian Durant after